This conference will now be recorded.
So the first we will complete the session system landscape. After that, we will start SAP database. Let us complete database concepts. This is very, very important. In one reason, when you go for a go live at the time of installing the product. So for conversions process, like data extraction, we have to upload the company backup data into SAP database. That time we must very clear sound knowledge in data dictionary. And second part, if you're going to create any customer objects, you need to design yourself user defined tables. That time also you must have a very good knowledge in data dictionary. So data dictionary is already designed by SAP for all business models. SAP was designed everything standard business structure oriented tables called as database tables. So here, very important thing we should know in data dictionary, how it was SAP designed, what are the steps, these all things we should know, and the architecture also we should know. Good. So far so good. So let us understand the first concept is called SAP system landscape. Every SAP IT consultant must have an idea about SAP system landscape. Why? If you join any IT development company, any implementation project, in company there was basis administrator maintains a different service. We need to work that service also. Suppose if there is a rollout project is there, we cannot go to company production server through development server. We have to access to connect that server, but directly we are accessing, we have to access the development client. So what is this client? What are these different servers? We should know. So SAP system landscape means it is a standard methodology of SAP automation process. The life cycles designed with different servers, different SAP servers. That's the main concept. So it is designed 3 servers. One development, another quality and production. Okay. So between these servers in real time, when you want to move the objects in a working team or in a backup project. So here, so these are the 3 different servers are there: quality, development, quality and production. So when you come to using with this, they will go for a transport process online. Whatever the product objects is there, they will not take backup in a hard disk or anything CD or anything backup hard drive. Simply with the clients, they will manage and they will online transport from development server into quality server and production server. So they'll be maintaining the system landscape with packets. So we must aware what is this package, what is this request workbench number. So every SAP IT consultant must have an idea about this request workbench number and package. Suppose there is implementation project is going on in a company, like example TCS. There are many development teams will be there, different clients of companies automation process. Basis administrator maintains one development server there in the TCS company. If it is big companies, they will maintain separate quality server. What is happening in development? What is happening in quality? What is happening in production? We should know. Sometimes a team is working, again in the team, a different groups will be there. Each group will be working on a particular package. Finally, they want to send for testing into quality server. They'll make entire group package objects collection into a final package. Then they will transport from development server into quality server. So this is very important. We must aware of this. Most of the functional consultants, so whenever they're doing any configuration system, okay, while submitting any business models applications, they'll be providing a request workbench number. But very important, there is request workbench number. It is a part of methodology of transport process, identifying the group. So what's happening in development server here? So in development server, okay, with package process, the first project preparation can be done. This is nothing but of the design process and work allot process of manpower. Suppose if you want to complete SAP automation for a HANA project in a particular organization, it takes minimum 18 months to 24 months. So this project preparation, okay, done with, we can call as the FD or a technical specifications. So the design in between 18 months to 2 years, what are the things to do here? FD means functional design. Presently, people are calling functional design. What are these technical specifications? What is this functional design? Very simple. To complete a project of 24 months, which team, what time, the duration, what type of work has to be done, everything has to be mentioned. Of course, this preparation can be done by functional consultant with technical consultants also. This is very, very important role for an SAP IT consultant. Without this, no project starts with implementation. So it is a part of an implementation project. After that, they will start customizing. The functional consultant use SAP developer product, convert into the company product as G programs. Customizing is nothing but of converting SAP product into company programs. And after that, they will follow a realization work. What is the meaning of realization work? Before installing the product, as per organization, I mean the automation process company, customer requirements needed, any modifications or any additional changes called as enhancements or any new things to develop. These all things comes under realization work. So while realization work, here ABAP role will starts. While realization work, ABAP role starts. That is very much important. So these all types of once work is over. We can also having a performance testing using tools. There are some tools is there. We have to use these tools. We have to check how we developed. Of course, this is a part of ABAP role. So these all things going to be done in development server. And these all things can be managed by the package process. Of course, the package creation was supported by basis administrator, but we must aware of this package process. Because while you're developing a project, we need to maintain in a package. We should identify the package with request workbench number. After that, you have a quality server. So here also they will maintain a package process. What base administrator has transported from development server into quality server. They will be maintained a complex testing and a integration testing can be done. After the final product, okay, understanding. So the basis administrator So maintains, the basis administrator maintains a backup client with 0001. You must aware of this. What is the 001? This is going to be done for backup process. Suppose once you install the product, any changes, any upgradations, again, backup client call back to the development server. We will not work directly on the production server. Only technical issues of business data communications with IDOCs we can done. Then development client mostly thinks, so this is managed with client 800 here. This is managed with client 800 here. That is very much important. Okay. See, this is very, very important. A lot of people without knowledge of this learning subject and going inside, but while they're working with the team, lot of confusion. So we never learn this. This is very major role for everybody in SAP employee in IT job. Either you're working a development server or working for a support in a development company, or you're working as an end user in a production server. We need to maintain this is compulsory. Okay, good. So far so good. The next is production server. Okay, of course. So with package process with the development server. Okay, so with the transport management process, okay, they will install the final product as we can call as a ABAP objects. Everything is objects. Every base administrator also should know what type of product inside, what type of objects are there. That's why most of the base administrators also learn data dictionary when they are going to transporting. A lot of programs files will going to communicate transporting. You should have an idea about which type of file, what process it is. Okay, so this is going to be installed into the final production server. Okay, here what is the work type of process can be done? Very simple. So first they will do data conversions of company backup. They will work out on the real-time server with the production server, and end user training will be there. And again, here we can call as a IDOC configuration. Of course, this is nothing but called as a customization. This is for integration process with WAN, worldwide system. Integration process with WAN, worldwide system here. Okay, so this is very, very important SAP system landscape. In real time, when an end user is going to perform transport, base administrator has to take care these all three servers. Good. So when you're going to work a support project, when you're going to work with rollout project, you will be working in a company. For example, I am in the company Cognizant US project. It is a rollout. Suppose their issue comes. What is the issue of task? There is some report is there. Already developed a report, but there is some modification of the logic or modification of the output. That time you will not work in production server to open that report code by ABAPer. The base administrator where he is maintaining the backup client in quality, he will call back into Cognizant development server. Cognizant development server. Sorry, here client number is wrong. This is 000. It is not 80. It is 000. So once in the development server, you call back. Then ABAPer opens but that workbench request workbench number of the package. He will going to manage to open the code and modify the report. Check with performance. Again, send again that request workbench package to quality server again performing complex testing. Once it is everything is over, the base administrator going to install that program, only that report from quality server into production server. So that time you will be communicating with base administrator, you will be working with servers. You must have very good sound knowledge in the package. Finally, what is exactly a package? Package is nothing but just like in hard disk, we will create a folder like that. We will maintain all support the product object programs. So package holds SAP R3 workbench, a group of related objects. It is just like a development process question. Okay, let me show you directly connecting to SAP server. Don't worry, I will teach you next class how to connect server. Next, I'm showing to you SAP server connection. So you want to use remote server, we need to provide MSTSC, and I'm connecting directly with remote connection, providing IP address. I can access the remote server, and here server authorization password I need to provide. And let me double click on desktop SAP GUI login pad. Suppose when you walk in real time, suppose you're on a Cognizant, when you open this login pad, there are so many products you can see SAP, all right side it shows. CRM, okay, BW, okay, B1, like there's so many products. So select for logon. We are going to connect, okay, IDAS ECC 6.0 with EHP8. Once this upgradation is over, I'll take you to S4HANA. Okay. See, why we are teaching is even every company also teaches like this. Because the company always look you should be all-rounder. Don't think always S4HANA project will be there. Suppose your nations are having 60 to 70% projects are support projects. Remaining are S4HANA implementations. But all the team will not be assigned to S4HANA. So whatever project comes, we should ready. Suddenly they got a support Italy company, pharma company project, Italy country. We need to ready to handle the support. Okay, good. So let me connect client 800 and my username and password. Good. Here in SAP, we will execute everything through T codes. If you provide T code S4, in real time, you don't have access to this. This is going to be controlled by base administrator. Suppose in the server, if you type SCC4, it says you are unauthorized. You cannot access this transaction. You need to put mail, or in the Skype group of users of basis user, we need to put a screenshot. I need to access this. Once it is mail provided by project manager, everything controls. Very powerful OS with roles and profiles. Once you execute this transaction code SCC4, you can see there are so many clients. 000, 001, 066. These are all called standard clients. These are all called standard clients of SAP server. Every server should have this. What is this 000? This 000 for, okay, I just now explained, this is for development process of implementation. Okay, end-to-end life cycles. That means we can access the old one also. Then what is 001? This is for quality process. Quality and a backup of product. And 066, this is for, okay, remote services. These are all standard clients. Good. For example, I'm working for SAP. Okay. For Reliance Company automation process. These are all called data clients. What are these data clients? You can see very clearly. 800, 809, 10, 11, 12. How many clients are there here? Around 5 clients. Okay. So these 5 clients called as a data clients. See, usually this is not our work, but you should be having an idea of this. Like once you're working for a Go Lab, once you installing company product, you're not working only for India. You need to handle USA server, you need to handle Europe server, you need to handle Singapore server also, where the organization having so many companies, so many organizations in different countries. What is this data client? So here, data clients are different organization clients. Okay, example, for Reliance, having, okay, for Reliance having a different organizations. For example, I'll mention 800. This is for Geo. Okay, 810. This is for oils. Okay, like this, you have different clients here, and 811. This is for gas, and this is for 812, and this is for, okay, electronics or other things matter. Something we can make it as something jewelries, other organizations. There are small organizations like jewelry, supermarket, these all things. Like this, they will maintain the clients here. That's the main administration of data clients. This is very, very important. You should know. Good. You can see for an organization, I installed sales model. For an organization, I installed material. For gas, for oils, production will be there. This is we install. When you install here, it is going to be identified a package. What is exactly package? Here, package means nothing but it holds a collection of objects. Collection of objects. For example, I'll show you one package. This is for VA. I think Bharat, I think VA package. You're SD consultant, no?
Sir?
Bharat, you
Hello?
know about what is the SD product package?
No, sir, I have no idea.
This is completely SAP. Of course, SD product having 2-3 packages. This is especially for SD lifecycle service product.
Okay.
So this is the package. So finally, what is exactly package? SAP manages all the business model process information. The product collection is nothing but a package. So here, package means it holds a collection of SAP R3, the repository, developed, okay, tested product. Okay, understanding. Where you will see this product, I will show you. So there is a transaction code is there, AC80. AC80 is the ABAP development workbench. All ABAP are still used. Here, I can see in the drop-down list, the option is package. And it shows the package information as VA. This is complete sales product, but you can see your product. This is the a sales product. Okay, so SAP developed sales and distribution. Okay, a product with package is VA. So you can see this completely VA product, all programs. I'll show you very simple. You can see the transactions here. Here you can understand how this product is developed. In these all sales programs, transactions are there. Yeah, now you can see that this is the product. Create sales order, create quotation, change sales order, Everything SAP developed like this. They developed as this package product. So while installation this product, so while installing, okay, the VA of SD product. So basis administrator, okay, transports the product into production server. Production server online. That is from server to server. From server to server. So they will manage with the client. So how they will do transport? There is a transaction code is there. STMS. This is called transport organizer. It's a very powerful application. Base administrator with Unix or Linux, VAX system, or Java Windows, Microsoft Windows. Anywhere in the world, you can able to transport. So what is this transport management? It is a part of package process. So it is going to transport package objects. It's going to transport package objects here. So finally, so package performs a transport management. So that is transport. The R3 developed a product objects with programs, okay, or something etc. collection online from server to server. That is, I can say, from development server into quality server, and then into production server here. These are all things we need to maintain. Good. Just having an idea today, because this is a theory. Don't expect practical today. From tomorrow onwards, you can see the practicals will start database. Okay, good. So far, so good. So with this, SAP is going to manage the entire product objects to transport from here. Good. There are some other transaction codes also is there, SE01. Functional consultants, ABAPers also they will use this. Internally, you are in a team. For example, you are developing for a team on pharma company. So in that, 3 groups are there. 3 groups are doing in 3 packages. By mistake, when I'm doing customizing, I mean, when I'm going to developing the objects, I by mistake in another package I store. And immediately I want to transport from that package, that program into another package. We can do this transport organizer. So as an SAP consultant, while working in a project team, you must aware of this. Otherwise, you'll face problem. So this is the main advantage of using SAP system landscape. Okay. So using this, we can able to transport all the objects from server to server. It is maintained some request workbench number. So you can see some request workbench numbers very clearly. I need to provide some tasks to create, then only it will show you all the things. Okay, and starting with the point here. So I will show you later, not necessarily, because if I just select so many options it lasts, don't worry, I'll show you while working in a training time, that time, how to keep our objects in package, how to create our own package. These all things we have a practical, but until come to one some situation, you're good, strong and technical, I will make you to create a package to work with package. Okay. So after training is over, once you join in a company, you should not feel anything different. What is package? What is request workbench number? So what is exactly, okay. So with package, with request workbench number. So this request workbench number is nothing but, okay, it is a method of, okay, transport process. So SAP allocates, okay, a generated request workbench number. Yeah, I'll come. Don't worry, because now this is initially, I'm not mentioning the T codes now, Mahinder. Don't worry. Still, we didn't come to transaction codes. So just explaining, because still I didn't explain about SAP introduction. This is just for theory we are going. Okay, 2 classes is over for a new batch. I'm just saying about SAP system landscape. I'm showing the screens for you. Okay, still SAP architecture introduction is not over, Mahinder. I will explain you about T code. What is T code? Okay. So SAP allocates a generated request workbench number. Okay, this workbench number performs transport. Okay, so whenever they are transporting from server to server online in the world, between servers with WAN system, basis administrator always focus with request workbench number. Focus with request workbench number. This is very, very important. You should use to follow this. Okay, so that is enough for understanding about system landscape. Okay, clear? Anybody having any doubts? Yeah, Vamsi? So in real time, you must aware of this, very much important. So once you join in a company, maybe development company or thing, but technically you should know when you're going to communicate with the base administrator. Suppose if I go with a company putting experience, and with base administrator, if you put your new face, I don't know what is exactly client, what is exactly package. So you will face problem. Okay, so these are all technical terms to communicate with the people in the team, correct? Okay, good. Yeah, understand, Bharat? Comfortable?
Yes, sir, comfortable.
Thank you. Any questions,
Yeah.
Mahinder?
Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry, sir. I didn't mean that actually. What I meant is actually, could you please show me your SAP screen, sir, which you have closed? I think there, no, and the there in the down right column, no, that this bar. Yes, yeah. There I asked to mention in transaction code mode, sir, so that
Okay.
whenever you're doing, I can see transaction, so I can
Don't worry,
remember.
don't worry.
That's
Still, SAP architecture was not explained. Just 2
sure,
classes
sure.
over. I'm just
Thank
explaining about SAP system landscape. I'm showing the screens to you. Still, we didn't
Yes,
give
yes, sir.
any introduction to SAP.
Yes,
Okay.
That's really helpful. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Any questions, Vamsi? Comfortable? Are you following? Comfortable?
Following, sir.
Okay. Very good. So that is exactly SAP system landscape. We will come to architecture next class. So let us understand about today about SAP database. To learn ABAP language, first we should upgrade the SAP database. So here SAP product, the ECC. ECC is nothing but, I already explained, it is an enterprise central components. What is this product? It is designed a complete business logistics operations. What is logistics? Using any company, we can operate accounts, sales, everything we can do. Good, good. So SAP took license for security of data. What data? Business data. Okay. With company, Oracle Corporation. Initially, it is Oracle Corporation. So every SAP software installation, okay, automatically Oracle product also installs by default, because SAP has taken license. What is the purpose of the Oracle? So here, so Oracle database for a backup process, security, and data recovery as DBA. DBA means nothing but called as a database administration. So we need to learn this. Okay, understand? Got the point here. So here SAP maintains. So it performs as a physical database. This is only base administrator is a qualified. It should be qualified database administrator. It will take care, backup all these things, process everything they will do here. Good. So far so good. So physical database is nothing but of SAP base administrator will take care. He will take care backup of clients, table maintenance generator, and they will make it server off. They will take complete database backup. Okay. Of course. Next, SAP also integrates, that is supports with other database software also. Like we can use MS SQL and Sybase. Some Asian countries, no, SAP companies, they are using Sybase. Sybase is a very powerful, costless database. Whoever buying SAP software with database Sybase company has given 3 years of free service. Indian companies mostly they will use MS SQL with SAP, not Oracle. In USA, people mostly they will use SAP with Oracle. What's the difference here? Why Oracle? Okay, and why Sybase? Because that is depends on the company. You know, we cannot expect like somebody. Everybody has to surrender only Oracle. Okay, so this is very important. You should know about these databases. Good. So far so good. The difference between Oracle and MS SQL is when you start SAP server, MS SQL database very fastly starts. In that mounting process is less. That means mounting means there are some instantiation process, server-side library components to start active. It takes a lot of time by Oracle because for Oracle, mounting process status is more. Where MS SQL server is very fast, that's why in India most of SAP software products, the backend database, they will use MS SQL. Good. So when I come to using with SAP product, it is called as a physical database. So it is designed two types of database. In the last class, I already explained. So one is physical database plus another is logical database. Good. So this is very much important. So as an ABAPer, as a functional consultant, on as a basis consultant, he is also must aware of this logical database. I've seen like in my trainings, sometimes when functional team people training going on, that time base administrator also sitting with me and he's learning data dictionary with me. Why means immediately when I'm doing transporting, when I'm talking about tables, when I'm talking about some objects, I'm confusing. I want to know about when while transporting, so many objects are going transporting online. That time I'm not recollecting what type of object it is. What's the purpose? If I know this, I'm very comfortable for transport management. Good. So far so good. We understand about the concept here. Okay. And to learn starting ABAP, we need to install SAP ECC 6.0, that is EHP 8. How SAP ECC architecture design. Okay, so to connect server, SAP server, first SAP, okay, we need to management console server has to log in. Just now I've shown to you how to log in. That is the first important. So without management server consolidation, we cannot connect. Then once server mounted, here mounted is nothing but it is started. Then with SAP logon component, okay, we can connect the SAP server. So providing credentials, that is client, username, and password and long brace. These are all things we need to provide. So I'm just explaining this class based because who is coming fresher as a SAP. Okay, so please keep cool, like with those who are already working in SAP tool. Okay, so a fresher has to understand this. That's very important. So how to start? I will start with MSTS. So initially, first I need to provide MSTS. Okay, I'm giving steps for you, understanding about this. Then it lasts to provide client address. So that is base administrator will provide to you. And once you click on connect. So after providing the server IP address. Okay. With NetWeaver. ఇక్కడ NetWeaver తోనే కనెక్ట్ అవుతుంది మీకు. Okay. Of internet process. Okay. It connects the server. So you can see very clearly once you go for connect. So it will ask to provide SAP authorization. I need to mention, okay, username, password. Of course, this is provided by a remote server who is a base administrator will take. So provide, okay, server authorization credentials. Okay, server authorization credentials here. Okay, so once you provide server authorization credentials, you will see a screen. You can find one SAP logon. Suppose you join a company and the company has provided laptop to you. In the laptop, you can see this SAP logon pad icon will be displayed in the desktop. How to install? Very simple. sapwebly.com. If you go, we can go for start installation. Okay, there is no need to learn for installation. Very easy. I'll send you some steps. After installation, this SAP logon pad, once you double click on this, so we need to select which component to connect. So choose, okay, SAP product to connect. There are SAP, okay, so many products are there. So which product you want to connect? That's very much important. So we are going to using EHP8. So select this logon. Automatically it connects SAP server to provide the password. We must aware of all these things. This is the screen. So here I need to provide password, everything. By default, we are using English. SAP supports 120 countries language formats. After entering the login details, you will see a successful screen. Okay, before starting SAP database architecture, we must aware of this logon process details. So let us understand what is this SAP logon. As a fresher student has to know, that's why I'm explaining this. So here, let us understand what is what. Like what is 800? What is EN? Okay. What is IDAS? And what is this icon? Okay. And what is this EHP8? These are all things we should know in the logon screen. So when you come to EN, okay, it supports 120 countries language format. Okay, so any country we can log on. And what is this 800? This 800 is nothing but of different organizations as different clients. So which client it is going to take care? It is a client dependent. Then what is this icon? This is going to change SAP system configuration settings. Change, okay, SAP GUI, okay, system configuration setting. Okay, the style of format, whatever format you want, we can do it. This is very much important. So there are different styles is there. Anywhere I'll explain to you later. Now here only I'll show you. Here you can see that options. Here we have a, okay, visual design. These are all settings, SAP GUI settings. Here in the visual design, present a new thing is coming in theme settings. You can see SAP signature theme, but they'll give you as belt theme, okay, or brew custom theme. They'll give you different, but default SAP screens is SAP signature theme. So you must select this compulsory. Suppose any font settings is changed. After that, you can select font settings also, how much size you want, the screen, resolution width. These are all things we can select. So mostly we can operate this selection. What style of format I want to see, I can do it here. Good. Then what is this EHP8? This is the product version. Okay. So presently using EHP5 or 6 or 7 or 8. But presently SAP released a product called 8. It will be up to 2028. It is a licensed product. Good. And what is this IDAS? This IDAS is nothing but, okay, it is a education training software. So once you buy the SAP software, you can use this IDAS and you can learn how to work out for SAP. For example, Infosys company is there. Infosys has bought SAP software. And there are many branches in the world. And Infosys having a Mysore hub. This Mysore hub, a lot of people learns SAP software upgradation before entering into job. That time they will use this IDAS connection and they will work out with SAP software. So that is very much important. Good. So far so good. So after successful, okay, login process. Okay, SAP shows one default SAP menu screen. One default SAP menu screen here. Okay, this is the screen you can see very clearly. This is the default menu screen. Good. So far so good. And here, so we must aware of this SAP menu options. So you can find a menu option. These all things is very important. You should know. Or let me expand these tools about workbench. This also I'll show you in the option. Yeah, now you can see very clearly. This is exactly SAP menu screen. So after a successful login, you can see default SAP menu screen. This is SAP software menu screen. Suppose if you go into product-based company end user once logins, you will not see all these options. Only that user options will be displayed as a menu. Okay. Let us understand what are these options here. So you can see very clearly there is one drop-down list. Of course, this can be called as a menu bar. Okay. What is the use of the menu bar? Any selections process. Any selection of properties you want to change or do you want to call another application screen? This is called toolbar. Okay, good. When you come to here, you can see there is one drop-down list. This is nothing but called as it is a drop-down list. So with the SAP menu, you can see there is one drop-down list. What is this drop-down list? So SAP performs as a gateway. This drop-down list performs as a gateway. Execute any business application request for operations with a transaction code provided as a T code. So every application you can run. Suppose I want to create a sales order VA01. I want to create a purchase order. Then I'll go for ME21. Every application it is designed. Okay, starting I want to create a bank master data. So bank master configuration, I can use this. See why it is not going another transaction, I'll tell you now. Good. Here there are some operational commands out there. So these are all gateway standard operational commands. If you /NEX, it is exit SAP system. You want to come out. If you say /N, wherever you is there, it comes to back to SAP menu. If you say /N, some transaction code, it exits current application in same session window. Okay, H codes transaction code. I'll show you again once again. Don't worry, because Bharat and Mahinder, you are qualified, but I have to focus on Bamsi. Okay, please cooperate. Now I am going to /NC. It go to SAP menu. I will enter VA01. Now I am in sales order. I want to go to purchase order. Then I will say ME21N, but it will not go because this application is locked in this window. Then /N means exit from this and ME21. Then it exits current application, shows the new transaction code application in the same window. Then what is exactly /O? T code. This is nothing but opens a new session window. Okay. okay, fine. So it opens a new session window. Okay, executing. Okay, transaction code application. Now I'm in purchase order. I want to open another window /O VA01. Will give you another session window. Like these two windows you can see. I will show you very clearly in the down server. You can see there are two windows is processing. Okay, like this we can do by using operations. So the maximum we can open. Okay. So 5 or 6 session windows, different applications to process different applications. Okay, this is very much important. You should know about these commands. Good. So we must aware of this gateway commands. Every SAP person who is learning, you must aware of this starting. Okay, good. So far so good. You'll be having very nice notes. You don't need to write anything. Simply we can do it here. Good. So in SAP real time, all logistics models operates by end users requesting a T codes, transaction codes, communicates, okay, the SAP programs with GUI, that means graphic user interface operations. We must be aware of this very much. That is, we can say it is a Windows desktop screens with skin fields here. That is very much you should know. Okay. So there are standards. So every GUI screen of skin fields, it is going to maintain some standards. What are the standard? We can call as a function keys. Okay, I will go to this application. See now, I am at a vendor field. I am at order type. Vendor means I know it is a debit and credit. Customer means cash. But what is this order type? The person who is a sales executive or stores department purchase order session, he will understand about order types. A normal IT person or operational person also, he will not understand what is order type. If you press F1, nice help will be there. This is a standard document help. So there is a function key F1 at skin field. It shows okay a technical information with functional information of the skin field. So what type of operation are there? These all things we can see. So when you press that skin field F1, it will show you a nice help. Here we'll have a technical information also. If you click on this technical information icon, it will tell you about what is this application, what program, okay, this application backend, what type of database it is handling, what is the skin field. These all things we can see. This is called F1 SAP standard help. And function key F4. Okay, what is this function key F4? If you press F4, see here there is a skin field it is showing, correct? So in this you can see very clearly a function key F4. For example, this is the order type. So when you press F4 here, so in this process, when you press F4, what is this F4? F4 stands for search help. This is selection of unknown key field data. Sometimes end user will enter the data while creating purchase order, sales order. When you press F4, it'll show you a nice help. Okay, this is very important, you should know. So a nice help window will show you. This is the element search help window. Okay, so this is the advantage how search help is going to process. Good. So whenever user press, it will show you a nice help window, which is standard function key for every skin field you have. That means not all the skin field. Suppose you are selecting country code, currency code, company code, customer number, material number, everywhere some standards. This is SAP provides as a standard function keys. Good. And F3, okay, this is back to previous screen. And F8, process or execute the program to see output. And F7, this is set breakpoint. This is nothing but of for debugging we can use. Good. These are the standard function keys we will use with ABAP. I mean, while working with this SAP operations. Okay. Of course, as a fresher, I have to take care this SAP operation screens, please. Okay. Good. I think, Bharat, you are comfortable now following. I mean, understanding some standards. What is SAP provides? Okay. So today is an interesting class. SAP system landscape. We understand package. What is request workbench? These all things. Yeah, Vamsi, are you following? Because my focus on you only. అర్థమవుతుంది కదా Vamsi?
Sir.
Yeah, once you still little confusion, don't worry. Again, night once you come back from office, clear mind and just have a demo. I mean, video session. Just go through that. That is enough to recollect the subject. Okay. Any new thing subject always dislike it only. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, good. Any more questions? Have
This
any questions?
conference will now be recorded.
Vamsi, any questions or doubts in your class? Today, what we had class very important for us while working in the environment, system landscape. Okay, packaging, request workbench environment. Do you have any questions, Bharat?
I'm okay, sir.
Okay, So tomorrow we are going to start SAP database, that is data dictionary. Okay. So a couple of days, maybe Tuesday, by Wednesday, we will be entering into practical. That time you need to take remote server to practice. If you have SAP software in your desktop, there is no issues. Okay, good. Yeah, any questions, Mahendra? Comfortable? I cannot hear your voice. I think some problem with your headphones. Okay, then it is already 8:05. Okay, then bye. See you. Current tomorrow by 7 o'clock. The same link. Have a good day. Bye.
Okay. Bye.